So today we are going to simulate the season in NFL Retro Bowl 25. So the first game of the NFL season between the Ravens and the Chiefs is today. And so hopefully after the season is done, we can look back at this and see what is going to happen, how accurate the simulation is. I'm debating whether to put the difficulty on medium or hard, because if it's medium, it might be too easy for the simulation. The Panthers might go undefeated. But if it's on hard difficulty, the Panthers might win one game. Who knows? Maybe even none. I think I'm going to put it on hard. And the reason we're even using the Panthers is because the Panthers are terrible. So I'm going to play as the Panthers because they're probably not going to make the playoffs. And the playoff teams are what matter. So if I just, simulate the season as a bad team, then the Super Bowl results won't really be affected. So now we're going to get into simulating the season, and we're going to see how it goes. Okay, so here I simulate the season. You can see it going pretty fast by. It'll be done in maybe 30 seconds, 40 seconds. Somewhere in here, the team, I think it was the Patriots, asked to trade for Bryce Young, which is just weird because, who would do that? And then the Panthers got off to an 0-6 start, and I decided to move it down to medium difficulty. And they kind of were rolling for the rest of the season. They ended up going 7-4 on medium difficulty and 0-6 on hard difficulty. That really just shows you the difference between medium and hard. They lost by quite a lot to the Patriots, who are actually pretty good. And, it was interesting to see. Okay, so we are at the end of the season. We're going to look at the standings division by division, starting with the NFC North, where the Packers won with a 10-7 record. Bears and the Vikings both had a 9-8 record, but the Bears were the ones that were considered to be in second place. And then in last place, it was the Lions, which is unfortunate. Somehow they went 8-9. Okay, here we go. Up next, we got the NFC East, where the Cowboys won with a 13-4 record. Somehow the Commanders and Jaden Daniels got second with an 11-6 record. Then the Eagles came in third, and the Giants came in fourth. Eagles were at 9-8, and the Giants were at 3-14. Giants definitely one of the worst teams. So the next division we're going to look at is the NFC South, where the Buccaneers won the division at a 10-7 record. The Falcons came in second place, winning 9 games and losing 8. The Panthers came in third at 7-10. Since I simulated as the Panthers, I feel like they would have probably gotten a few less wins, but it doesn't really matter a ton because they didn't make the playoffs or anything. And the Saints came in last place in the division at 6-11. Last but definitely not least is the NFC West, where the two teams with the best records in the NFL were. The team with the best record in the NFL was the 49ers at 15-2. The Rams came in second in the division at 14-3. The Seahawks were third at 8-9, and the Cardinals came in last with a 5-12 record. Definitely, probably the best division in the game. Moving on to the AFC, we're going to start with the AFC North, where the Browns won the division at 12-5. The Ravens came in second at 11-6. The Steelers came in third at 6-11, and the Bengals somehow went 4-13. The next division we'll take a look at is the AFC East, where the Bills won the division with a 12-5 record. The Jets came in second with an 11-5-1 record. The Patriots came in third at 11-6, and the Dolphins came in last at 9-7-1. This is the only division in the entire simulation where all 4 teams had a winning record. The next division we'll look at is the AFC South, potentially the worst division in the game. The Texans won the division with a 9-8 record. The Colts came in second, also at 9-8. The Jaguars came in third at 5-12, and the Titans came in last with a 4-13 record. The last division is the AFC West, where the Chiefs won at 10-7. The Chargers came in second with a 5-12 record. The Raiders came in third, also at 5-12, and the Broncos, who were the worst team in the simulation, were only 2-15. Now looking at the playoffs, we're going to start with the AFC. The number 1 seed is the Buffalo Bills. The 2 seed is the Cleveland Browns, and they're going to be facing the 7 seed Baltimore Ravens. The 3 seed is the Kansas City Chiefs. They are going to be hosting the Patriots. The 4 seed is the Houston Texans. They are going to be playing against the New York Jets. In the NFC, the 49ers got the 1 seed. The Cowboys got the 2 seed, and they are going to be hosting the Atlanta Falcons in the first round. The 3 seed is the Buccaneers. They're going to be playing in a home game against the Commanders. The 4 seed is the Packers. They're going to be facing the Rams, the 5 seed, at home. The first game of the playoffs was between the Texans and the Jets. The Jets won 51-34, and so I thought I might as well look at the stats. So I go in here, I find the stats after a while eventually, and looking at Aaron Rodgers, he threw 59 passes, completed 44 of them, had 689 passing yards, and threw for 16 touchdowns. There definitely is an issue with the stats in the simulation. You can see Aaron Rodgers throwing for 4,968 yards in the regular season, which makes sense. That's like a reasonable amount, but then like that many touchdowns. He also ran for like a lot of touchdowns, 170 rushing touchdowns and 3,000 yards for Breece Hall. They definitely do need to fix these problems that they have with the simulation. Like when you're the team, like when you're one of the teams and you simulate the game, it's fine. Here's CJ Stroud with 72 runs in a game, 133 passes. So it works most of the time. Like if you're one of the teams, but when you're not one of the teams, that will happen, and that is bad. I was planning on going through game by game and looking at all the stats and stuff, but when I saw they were that out of whack, I decided I didn't want to, so I just skipped straight through the first round. So it looks like New England beat Kansas City. The 6-seeded Patriots upset the Chiefs on the road. The Jets won on the road, and the Browns won at home. We're getting New England, Buffalo, and Jets, Browns. In the NFC, the 49ers had the 1 seed. The Falcons, the 7 seed, beat the 2 seed Cowboys. The Packers won, which isn't surprising, and the Buccaneers won, which also isn't surprising. Here we go. We again skipped right into the conference championships, where we have 2 in-division matchups. First of all, the Falcons upset the 49ers, and the Buccaneers beat the Packers. So we're going to get an Atlanta-Tampa Bay NFC championship. In the AFC, it's the Patriots against the Jets. The Patriots somehow upset Buffalo, and the Jets beat the Browns by a lot. The Patriots were able to beat the Jets. The Patriots were originally the 6 seed, and they found a way to make it to the Super Bowl. The Buccaneers were the 3 seed, and they also found a way to make it to the Super Bowl by beating the Falcons. It's the battle between Tom Brady's 2 teams. The Patriots are not good, and the Buccaneers are not like Super Bowl contenders. They're not incredible, so let's see what happens. The Buccaneers win the Super Bowl. So here are the award winners. I didn't bother to check any of their stats because their stats are so outlandishly high, and we really have nothing to base it against. But there are all of the awards. Brock Purdy wins MVP. Kevontae Turpin wins Offensive Player of the Year. Never even heard of him. Myles Garrett wins Defensive Player of the Year. Rookie of the Year goes to Ricky Pearsall. And Mike Evans will win Super Bowl MVP as the Buccaneers are Retro Bowl's pick to win the Super Bowl in a score 33-26. So that's all for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Go watch some of my other videos. You'll find them down in the description and at my channel. I hope that you have a good day. Goodbye.